if a young medico is struggling how to make their concepts?
Most of the students stop here. They make notes and then start memorizing it. Usually it is not lasting knowledge.
How should a person utilize your videos most efficiently to crack USMLE in their first attempt?
My videos are basically for basic concepts. These fundamental concepts, for example, like cardiac cycle or cardiac failure.
A must know for the student for USMLE.
When you are preparing for USMLE, you are aiming for stars. If you really fall, you will fall on moon, not on the dust.
So what is the basic differentiation between the preparation strategy for these two exams?
When you are looking for very big rewards, you have to have great effort. You have to have great input. You have to be too good on the basics.
Sir, when did you decide to shift from practicing medicine full-time to teaching full-time? Hey guys, so I have got someone very special today. If I take his name out, I think every medical student must have gone through his lecture once in his lifetime. He is equivalent to medical concepts around the world. So this time we have gone outside our scope and found a legendary faculty who has guided almost 2 million students through his lifetime. He has a teaching experience of almost 25 years, a YouTube channel with more than 2 million subscribers, and his lectures are viewed by pharmacy, medical, dental, nursing for clinical concepts, medicine, and basic sciences. I think by now you must have guessed the name. Yes, it's the Dr. Najeeb sir. So sir has given me the honor to interview him to not just to know about medicine, not just to know about basic sciences, but life concepts. And they are going to be mind changing. Not just about medical sciences, not just about concepts, but his life lessons. They were mind blowing. So today, let's put our hand together with a big round of applause. Let's invite Dr. Najeeb sir to our hot seat. So today is going to be a learning journey for I think every medico in the whole planet. I don't think there is a medico who has not learned something from you. So sir, my first request would be that sir, before we move on to your journey as an educator, as a doctor and everything, I would request you to tell how Dr. Najeeb started initially. What was the beginning of Dr. Najeeb sir?
Yes, basically I'm from Pakistan and I was born in Lahore. And I did my graduation from King Edward Medical College. And after that, I started teaching medical students, right? Even though in an unofficial way, I was teaching the medical student when I was in second year, but in a way, as professionally, I started teaching after my MBBS. So I had a small coaching center and students were coming and I was teaching. Somehow I fell in love with it, right? And that love affair is still going on, right? And I think I have been most faithful to only one beloved, and that is medical sciences, teaching medical sciences, right? So for people, it seems as if it's my profession. For me, I keep on telling my wife, if Urdu में मैं कहूँ तो मैं अपनी wife को कहता हूँ अगर मैं पढ़ाऊँगा नहीं तो मर जाऊँगा. In English, I must say that if I don't teach, I will die, right? I don't say that I'm a very good teacher, but I would say one thing surely, that I love teaching. I love my students. I love to learn the concepts and I love to simplify the concepts, and it's my passion to teach medical sciences, right? So originally, I didn't come in this field to make money, and I was not knowing in the very beginning that it will become my lifetime journey in this thing, because in those days most of the people they were going after MBBS, they were doing their post graduations and going to the you can say fellowships and choosing some specialities, and they were working on that. But once I started teaching, it was some sort of, I must say, it was something more than passion. What I say more than passion, that many people tried to convince me, Najeeb, what you are doing, do your post-graduation, go to USA, go to UK or some other places. But I was saying always one thing, that I have one life. I'm given one life and I want to live as I, I feel I will be happy. And I have discovered that my happiness comes out of learning and teaching. Once I discovered, I was attached with it so powerfully as I think Majnu was attached with the Laila. Yes, as Majnu was attached with the Laila, so I didn't listen to anyone. In those days, there was no career like this that someone become a teacher at local level or global level. I was just doing it for my happiness. And I remember once in my class, one of my class fellow, he asked me that in the beginning, I was only 50 students, and he said, Najeeb, you are so talented and you are just teaching 50 students or 20 students. So what pleasure you get out of it? I told them, you ask the peacock that you are dancing in the jungle, no one is looking at you, no appreciation. So why do you dance? A peacock heart, the answer will be, I don't care, someone appreciate or not, someone looks at me or not. The beauty is that I danced and I loved it. So that's how my career started. Then eventually in 2006, I started recording lectures, right? But in those days, internet was not so fast that we could serve on the internet. So by that time, I shifted to a country, Dominican Republic. My son was with me. Me and my son, we made a center there, and we had computers, about 40 computers there, and we have recorded all videos on the CDs, and students will come in the center and they will study there, right? Then eventually, I think in 2009 and 10, we started putting our videos on YouTube, and honestly, unexpectedly, response was very good. And when this was such a good response, so we made our website and our journey started. And now whole story, that was how drnajeeblectures.com came into being. And all this journey.
Sir, calling yourself a simple teacher is just an understatement, sir. You are one of the greats, one of the greatest teachers of medicine that the world has ever seen.
No, thank you very much for your appreciation. I would again say I'm very simple teacher and very simple person, because I derive pleasures out of very simple things. I derive pleasure out of very simple things.
Sir, when did you decide to shift from practicing medicine full time to teaching full
I
time?
never practiced medicine. In all my life, I never ever practiced medicine except my house job. But that is, of course, under supervision. As I mentioned, I was in second year MBBS when I started teaching. And I remember, actually, I got married in fourth year. So I was very young, and I was 22 years old and my wife was only 18 years old. We have a motorcycle. I still remember that along the canal we were going on motorbike, and my wife was sitting behind me, and very lovingly, she has passed away, but God bless her. Very lovingly, she asked me, when you will grow up. That was the time I had to grow up. She asked me, when you will grow up and when you will become a big man, you would like to be principal of your medical college? I said, no. She said, then what you want to be more than that? I said, I just want 10 medical students or 10 young doctor, and teaching them whatever I learn every day. And that was my dream. And if that was my dream, then I must say, I'm so much blessed that I've gone far beyond my dreams. What I believe, that as far as fame, I never thought of this. The money I earned in my life, I never thought of that. I never dreamed of that. The love I got from human beings, I have been very blessed. I always say, I'm thankful to the God, I'm thankful to the men, and of course, I'm especially thankful to the women. I've been loved so much in my life. Of course, I had my share of tragedies, but now I'm mature enough. Tragedies are deeply ingrained component of life. That is part of the living.
Sir, I've seen your lectures. I think the best part about your lectures I always find is that you are using hand drawn illustrations instead of PPT. So you always have a very personal touch while you are teaching. Sir, how did you come up with that idea?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Actually, at very early career, I learned the value of drawings. You know, this is the oldest language. Drawing is the language of cavemen, right? It's so old language, and drawing is so universal. For example, if I say parrot in English, you will understand. But maybe if I say parrot in Japanese or I say parrot in Spanish, some people will not understand. But if I just draw a parrot, everyone in the world will understand. That is the immense power of drawing. That is such a universal language. You can draw a sparrow, everyone will understand. But no language in the world can beat the language of the drawing.
Sir, what has been the most rewarding moment of your career?
Every day, right now, I'm happy. You know, not only I'm talking to you, I'm sure I'm talking to so many other people eventually. Every day it is rewarding. I have some message for young people because medical sciences, they know well, right? They can learn from many, many places. But there are a few things which are essentials of life, which I have learned. I want all young people should know those essentials of life to be happy, right? But as far as you say, which was the moment I felt so accomplished, every day, I feel that I'm blessed more than my share. I don't say I didn't have difficulties. Yes, difficulties were there, tragedies were there. One of the biggest tragedy was that my most beloved wife, she was just 23-year-old and she passed away. And this tragedy hit me so bad. She got nephrotic syndrome, then glomerulonephritis, and eventually renal failure, and then passed away. You know, it hit me so bad. I was just 28, and I was every night going to her grave because I was thinking if I go in the daytime, people will think I'm mad. Then she left me with one son which was 4-year-old and a daughter which was 2-year-old. Raising them was great journey. Then there was another tragedy that I lost my eldest son about 2 years back, right? And again I had to relearn how to live without my son. But that tragedy made me sensitive to the pain of humanity.
Sir, you have been teaching for almost 25 years. I think more than that. Sir, if a
Yes,
young medico
yes.
is struggling how to make their concepts, sir, what would be your advice to that student?
I will tell you my formula, how I work on that. For example, of course, I'm not a high IQ person. I'm a humble person with almost average IQ. But how come people say my lectures are so good? A part of a secret is that the procedure through which I pass while learning something. What I really do, this is for the student, this part, that from wherever I'm learning, either it is video or it is audio or it is written material, I make my notes. This is first step. Most of the students stop here. They make notes and then start memorizing it for the exam purpose. Usually it is not lasting knowledge. It is not lasting knowledge. Just making notes and memorizing and passing the exam. Because in your city, you must have many doctors who have done fellowship in specific specialty, but all of them are not considered the best. If all of them have done the fellowship, It means all of them memorized and passed the exam. But only few of them are the best. Who are the best? Those are the best which society acknowledge when doctors respect doctors. You know, who is the best doctor among us? Who is respected by other doctors? And who are those doctors? Those are the doctors who have clear concept. I imagine in 3 dimensions even every molecule and every process which I have learned. When I start imagination, many a times, if I have not learned something good, my imagination will not build. I will go back to the author. I will go back to other books, other sources, until that gap in imagination can be filled. Once about a concept or about, for example, 2-3 paragraphs, I can imagine them very well. I suppose to some degree I have learned myself. But then I need to verify. For that verification, what can I do? Then I again read the books from the masters. Our masters like Guyton or Guénon or Harrison or Robbins. I read from there and then I see my imagination concepts and what they have written. Is it matching with each other or not? If it is matching, then I feel I have learned. If it is not matching, there is something wrong with my imagination. Then I go again and again through the same process. Reading, writing notes, making imagination, and then going back to the master's books and seeing my imagination is with that or not. And once it matches, then I go to the whiteboard and start teaching, not before that. That's one good reason I don't give so many lectures. I give few lectures, but only when I'm really satisfied. So this is what I do for my good concepts.
So you have been teaching your videos, especially, sir, they are considered gold standard for USMLE. Then people normally use it for concept building, but for USMLE, sir, they are considered gold standard. Sir, according to you, how should a person utilize your videos most efficiently to crack USMLE in their first attempt?
I would say that my videos are basically for basic concepts. Just give me a few minutes to explain. These fundamental concepts, for example, like cardiac cycle or cardiac failure, these fundamental concepts are same for American exam, British exam, Australian exams, Indian exam, or anywhere in the world. The fundamentals are same. I teach fundamentals. That is why my lectures are actually studied all over the world in English speaking belt, from Australia up to USA, in between Pakistan, India and Middle East as well. Especially in Pakistan and India, more people use my videos for USMLE because due to certain reasons which I will not like to mention, concepts are not very clear in many medical colleges, right? So they derive concept from me, and second purpose of my lecture is, first purpose is to deliver the concept to the audience or students. Second purpose is to inspire them to learn more on their own. So what I want, my lectures should be used for basics and for motivation to learn, to enjoy the learning. But I would suggest that with my lectures, you should have some review course, because my course is not review course. Most of the courses in the world are review courses. Probably my course is one of the rare courses which is not review course. So with this, you should add a review course which is focused for the exam you are going for. Either it is USMLE exam, or it is Australian exam, or Indian exam, or whatsoever, right? The benefit of this thing is that review course will help you to pass, but my course will help you to enjoy all that process of learning and passing, and after passing, you might hold that inspiration and motivation to keep on learning. Because once we are doctor forever. Even when we die, they write down doctor on our gravestone also, right? So I always say that we should try at least fundamental concepts should be lasting concepts. And for that purpose, I always say the fundamental concepts are universal concepts. And universal concepts are for all examination, right? So my videos are for universal concepts, and inshallah they will remain for universal concepts. This is very unusual, right? And I suggest student when exams are near, study in combination with any review course which suits your taste, right? Because learning without understanding is mental torture.
True, sir.
And believe me, many medical students and young doctors right now are going through mental torture. They don't know that one of the noblest of the pleasure is pleasure of learning.
Sir, as a teacher, so you have seen that students normally do not pay that kind of focus on first and second year subjects like an art, physio, biochem, patho, pharma, micro. But they do put a lot of energy, concentration on learning the final year subjects like medicine, surgery, obs, gynae. Sir, as a teacher, what do you think, sir? How important is the first and second year basic sciences subjects to actually understand medicine, surgery, obs, gynae?
It's very simple. Everyone knows foundations are foundations. If you don't know how heart norm, what is the structure and function of the heart, how you will understand clearly the dysfunction of heart, how you will understand clearly which drug and how it will take dysfunctional heart back to normal function. That is why I'm saying if you don't have fundamentals strong and clear, rather crystal clear, believe me, in your advanced years, you are going only for mental torture. You might pass some exams by rote memory, but your practice will not be beautiful practice. People will not enjoy your practice. You will not enjoy your practice. You have seen, I have seen some doctors who are 70-year-old, they have practiced all their life. Some faces have turned more beautiful, satisfied, relaxed. And on some faces you see there is so much burden of life they are carrying with them. Because all their life they were making decision with sketchy knowledge, and that was not giving them pleasure. That was not giving them happiness, and might be that was not giving what patient deserved. Again, I will say, in one city, there are 20 cardiologists, same qualification, only one is the best. Why not all of them? All of them have passed the exam. Passing exam is extremely important, but it does not make you the best. Best is your lasting concepts and their application. And for them, you need fundamentals. If you don't know your normal heart, normal structure, normal function, how do you understand dysfunction? And how you know that how to choose appropriate medicine in appropriate dosage to reverse that dysfunction as much as possible.
Sir, for USMLE, what is one secret must do that you can suggest to our students? That if you plan to go for USMLE and you plan to crack it, of course, then this is a must do for every student.
The very first thing I will say, the day you join your medical college in Pakistan or India or anywhere else, Bangladesh or anywhere else, from day one start preparing for USMLE. From day one, right? We have a problem in the system. First we want to do MBBS, examinations of professionals, and then we will do USMLE. We must know USMLE is not post-graduation. It is just an examination for undergraduate people from a country where presently medical sciences are blooming. Center of medical excellence in last 30 years has shifted from England across the Atlantic to the USA.
Sir, what must do for the student for USMLE, to crack USMLE?
Yes, at different stages, different thing. First of all, when first year student comes from the day one, he should start preparing for USMLE. His other exams, which are taken in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Middle East, or whatsoever, they should be passed as a byproduct of USMLE preparation. When you are preparing for USMLE, you are aiming for stars. If you really fall, you will fall on moon, not on the dust. All your local exams should pass as a byproduct of your preparation for USMLE. This is the very first year student. But whenever you hear it, right, in second year, third year, fourth year, if you want to go to USA, right, you should start for USMLE. But this is what everyone tells. I would say all great undergraduate, either they are going for America or not going for America, their concept should be as crystal clear as are required by USMLE. In that case, even if you don't go to USA, you stay in Bombay, your foundations will be so good that you will love your undergraduates, you will love your postgraduate years, and you will love your practice. Medical sciences and medical profession and medical practice will not be making you burden. Then it might happen that a very beautiful wife is by your side on the bed and you are still looking for what is the latest research coming on medical sciences. And if that lady has a beautiful heart, she will feel proud of you, not annoyed. You have to find that lady also.
So you have been teaching the medicine, pathology, pharmacology, all the subjects, and that content has been used for both USMLE, PLAB and other foreign examinations. So if I just talk about USMLE and PLAB, so what is the basic differentiation between the preparation strategy for these two exams that the student must take care of?
The very big difference is USMLE is presently considered world best exam for medical sciences. PLAB, you can say, might be second best, might be, not sure. As I mentioned previously, the center of excellence from UK has been shifted to USA, right, for medical sciences. So when you are preparing for USMLE, you are looking for very big rewards. When you are looking for very big rewards, you have to have great effort. You have to have great input. You have to be too good on the basics. You have to be too good on clinicals. But when you go for second best or third best, then you become more specific for the exam. PLAB is more focusing for the clinical science, right? So some people with moderate basics, but good clinicals, they can pass through PLAB. But someone with moderate basics and even good clinicals cannot go through all steps of USMLE.
Thank you so much, sir. This was really a great conversation, sir. But before we end this podcast, sir, we have prepared a small rapid fire for you. So we would like to see the real Najeeb sir behind everything. So sir, these are some questions that we have prepared for you. So there are only 2 rules for this. So you have to be super truthful with us and you have to be super spontaneous. You can't think and you can't change the answer. Okay, sir? So let's start. So sir, what's your go-to comfort food?
McDonald's with my wife.
Nice, sir. So what's your favorite holiday destination to relax?
I think I enjoyed the Baku. I went there, Azerbaijan, and I missed my wife.
Sir, how many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I think it's 2.3 million approximately.
Sir, yearly views that you get on YouTube.
I never saw.
Okay, sir. The video which got the highest views on YouTube.
I think jaundice.
And how many views was that, sir?
I think there are so many millions. I don't remember, but so many millions.
So your favorite memory in India?
I have not been India physically, but when I look at the Indus Valley civilization, whenever I'm in Pakistan, I feel I'm in India, I'm in Pakistan, I'm in Bangladesh.
Sir, do you watch India versus Pakistan matches, cricket matches?
I'm not cricket person.
Okay,
No.
sir, what's your favorite sport?
I go to gym, not these days. Once my son died, I stopped it. But before that, I was a regular gym goer. And I loved that.
So what's the, I mean, you have been to so many countries. Which one was your favorite when you lived in it?
I was in Dominican Republic and I married a Spanish lady. I have multiple wives. As a Muslim, I'm allowed. And I loved the Dominican Republic because number one, there is spring weather almost all around the year. Number two, I got such a good wife from there. And then I have one son and one daughter, and they are all with me. And that is the best thing about Dominican Republic. Best thing about Pakistan, I got my first wife from there. I got my second wife from there. And I got my fourth wife from there. Third wife I got from Dominican Republic. What made these countries so beautiful because I got my wives from there.
Sir, I think you have a huge family.
Yeah, I have a huge family. Yes, I have.
Sir, you have seen people are giving MBBS students, medicos all around the world so many advices. What is one advice that you feel is very overrated?
Overrated is रटा लगाओ और एग्जाम पास करो.
Sir, your favorite book in the whole medical curriculum?
Wow, Harrison.
Sir, if you could summarize the whole Dr. Najeeb's journey from zero to today, so what word would that be?
A boy from the footpath and got far more than what he deserved in his life.
Sir, happiest moment in Dr. Najeeb's life?
Giving lecture. Sometimes when I'm giving lecture, I forget who am I. Who am I?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very...
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. It has been lovely,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you for taking out
Thank
time
you.
for us. And every medico
Thank you.
would be blessed to have you listen to you, learn from your life, and every word was very enlightening. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. It was pleasure talking
you,
to
sir.
you.
Thank you.
It was pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank
And
you,
just
sir.
tell my
Take care, sir.
students,
Bye-bye, sir.
I love them all. Bye bye.
So many life lessons in such a short time. I believe every word was a gem, priceless interview. And I think you must have loved it as much as I have. If you have loved our content today, please do put up a thumbs up in the comment section. And before sharing it with Najeeb sir fans, do subscribe the channel, share it with your friends, share the life lessons, and let's build a more conceptual medical world. Thank you so much, everyone. Best of luck. And yes, please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.